As a child, it was tough to get me admitted to school. My mother tells me that she would be asked each time, "What do you want your son to be when he grows up?" She would reply, "A good person." The schools, they wanted a different, a quantifiable answer because, hey, the person stopped being good a long time back. I got educated, sure, but even after 22 years, I still do not understand what my mother wanted me to be. You see, my father was a boxer, his father a professor, my mother a teacher, her father a librarian. Our bloodlines were so exhausted of sleeping with dreams that we had forgotten to live them for ourselves. My father quit his job the week after his marriage because he wanted to spend the whole day staring at my mother's beautiful face. His first book of poetry was named after her, Krishna. As a child, I saw his dream, his passion, his love get dragged out as a commercial failure on a family of 3. Perhaps I did not tell you this. I come from a home with lesser walls than people, from a town that usually gets torn in the creases of a map. My mother is a geography teacher, yet she could never explain to me why all our seasons felt like summers without the chance of eyes meeting the sky's scorching promises and scorching hopes like the one of me growing up to be a good person. I still do not understand what my mother wanted me to be. I grew up a boy shamed for being fat instead. I grew up a boy shamed for being short instead. I grew up a boy who started litmus tests with skepticism before believing anything instead. Now my grandmother, she always told me that I was her favorite grandchild. She told me how good and bad are not phases, they're lunar cycles. They recede into one another slowly with time. She always saved a pamput for me after every meal so that I always got an extra piece. Today, my grandmother wraps her water bottle with a towel, calling it a nickname designed for her favorite grandchild. Well, she does not recognize me anymore when I touch her feet. She still saves a pampered after every meal, but gets confused at the end of it because she does not know who to offer it to anymore. Now that I know right from wrong, or think that I do, I want to ask her, how good cycles with bad? What if I have not seen good in so long that at the sight of it I howl at the skies like a wolf on a full moon night? I try to stop, but I end up with scathing scars on my back where the animal in me gave way. Maybe Grandma understands that. Maybe that's why she does not recognize me anymore. Between dreams we grew up to see and dreams we were born for, we became human sacrifices. I still do not understand what my mother wanted me to be. For as long as I can remember, I have known myself to not trust good things as they happen to me. When I told the love of my life that I loved her, she said yes. She loved me back. For weeks, for months, I did not believe her. I thought it was all but a practical joke. She is gone now. When I got my first job, I did not celebrate. No, I was not scared. That's what worries me. I have not been scared for a while now, you see, because in my bones, I know that I will fail eventually. My favorite poet once quoted that the fear of joy is the darkest of captivities. The job made me cry on nights so much that I slowly lost my mind. I lost my path. My mother thought that she lost her son, but how do I tell her that in the pursuit of growing up, she lost him anyway? That in the pursuit of finding joy, I lost the capability to enjoy it anymore. I stand here, tracing the footsteps of time across a center stage as the hour hands return home from where they left. I still do not understand what my mother wanted me to be, because through flimsy appearances and cardboard hearts that fold to leave paper cuts on our palms, we became so many things, waiting for good and bad to happen, avoiding to fail like somebody we knew, avoiding to be shamed like somebody we knew that I know not how to be a person anymore.